Hi and welcome to SMEBiztv, the show that brings you bite-sized business strategies for today's SMEs.
Now we've got a really cool show lined up for you today because we have an awesome guest here. We are here with Asma Hilal Lootah, who's actually the owner and managing director of the 100 Pilates Studio. Hi and welcome to the show, Asma.
Thank you for inviting me.
Now what's really cool about Asma's Pilates Studio is that she's also in the top 100 SMEs in the UAE. Well done, congratulations.
Thank you.
So just to explain to us a little bit about Pilates, what is it? Is it the same thing as yoga or what is it?
It's not the same thing as yoga, but in this region, because people they don't know a lot about Pilates, so we just simplify it for them, which is it's a bit similar to yoga, but actually it's totally different. So just in a nutshell,
how's our posture?
Your posture is great. Just maybe suck your belly a bit.
Yeah, that's from the pasta.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, I'm just gonna simplify it in a very simple way. With Pilates, basically, with most of the exercises, you use your core muscles with every single exercise. It's a total body exercise. It does not target just let's say the abs or the biceps. When you do the exercises, it's a total body exercise. So, but after 1 hour, it's a 1 hour. Normally, it's either classes or private, and it lasts up to 1 hour. And by the end result, it's you need to move every single body, every single muscle of your body, while you're using your core muscles. Core muscles.
Yes. Awesome.
Well, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Now the thing is that because we're a business-focused show, we wanted to actually have Asma on the show, although it's a Pilates studio. Most of us are sitting in front of computers, laptops, on our mobiles, we're rushing around, and so it's a kind of a busy lifestyle that we all lead, isn't it?
Yes.
But why should people do it? Because do you find that most of the people that are coming to you are business people? They sort of do sit there, because I find myself like this on my laptop sometimes, and my shoulders come up.
Yes.
And would Pilates,
yes.
would Pilates
yes.
allow me to maybe over time?
With Pilates stress, it will reduce your stress levels. Why? Because there is some breathing connected to it while you do it. It's different than the yoga breathing. It's totally different. With the yoga, is you inflate your belly and you suck it in. But with Pilates, the breathing basically is different. Anyway, with the breathing, when you breathe, when the air comes in your body, it will oxygenate your blood. And then it will be like an internal shower. We call it an internal shower. So basically your stress level will lower. And from my experience, it's applicable for everyone. People who work, people who use the computers, pregnant ladies who give birth. Once they start the program, they see the difference. Their stress levels is less. They get addicted to it. I heard this word a lot. It's addictive. So yes, it will definitely help with lowering your stress levels, with your posture, strengthening your spine, because when your core muscles are strong, it will support your spine. So you will, obviously sit straight and yeah.
Now, why did you end up starting a studio? I mean, just so people get a little background on the story.
I've been asked this question a lot because Pilates studio, a female local, so. When I studied in the US, and after I moved here, I always tell people I had a re-entry shock to re-enter the UAE. So I was, as any graduate, lost. I know what to do. The first thing is to start a job. So I started working in Etisalat. I don't know why Etisalat. It's just a job. I wanted to start something. So when I worked in Etisalat, my education is I graduated with a business administration degree and a minor in graphic design. When they interviewed me, suddenly I found myself in the engineering department of Etisalat in the midst of the servers, and I don't know even why I was there. Surprisingly, I worked there for 5 years as an engineer.
Awesome.
So if you're looking for engineering jobs at a local telecom company,
so yeah,
you can be a graphic designer.
So the thing is, I think my stubbornness, that's what kept me there, because I wanted to prove to myself that I can do it. I got certified in whatever we were doing in Salat, so 4 years in the engineering, and then I was like, what I'm doing there, you know. But I think this is normal. When you're a young graduate, you just, you know, you want to work, you don't know, you're still lost. Then after 4 years, I moved to the marketing department. I said, no, you know, I need to change. At that time, I remember my brother, he used to read a book. Well, he had a book when we were in the US. He used to study with me called Do What You Are. I was in search. I was in search of what I want to do, because I just was like, I don't like what I'm doing. I'm miserable, and it's not because of Salat. The experience was massive. The experience that I gained, and I love Salat. I'm loyal to it, and whatever I gained there is like it helped me with even, you know, in my business right now.
Yes.
So I bought this book, Do What You Are. It has some tests and stuff. Obviously, you know, not every person will go do a test and they will know what they're good at and they will go ahead and do it. But it just was basically in search of what I want to do. Yeah, when I first worked in Salat, I started doing Pilates. This is how I knew about Pilates. And when I started, it just changed my life. It's something that literally changed my life. I fell in love with it. I was addicted to it. My teacher was one of the most amazing teachers. Probably she was the one who inspired me. It was a small studio in Bar Dubai. It was not something huge, but there was a lot of local ladies going there, because it just, you know, I don't know, it does something to you. You need to try it.
But yeah, I only have experience with yoga, and you know, for me also yoga did a similar thing. It's like you feel peace.
You feel,
in a way.
Yes, and it's body and mind, because we don't have meditation, but with every move you have to think about the muscle. And then also with the breathing and the oxygenating of the blood, it's literally feels like an internal shower that you feel detoxed. So it was something that, you know, when I do remember this feeling when I used to leave the job at 3. We work from 7 to 3. It's such a tiring day. So like, oh, you know, I have Pilates. Yes, it's not the feeling that, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym and oh, I don't want to go. So the feeling was, it was a nice feeling, you know. So I continued doing Pilates. That was in the second year. It was in 2001. I was doing Pilates during my stressful job, and then what happened is 5 years into my career, when I moved to the marketing department, the place closed down, and the girl who taught me, she became my friend. She had to leave, and it was like, I don't know, it was a void, like, you know, where we're gonna go. We tried to look for other places. There was not a lot of places. And the thing is, the other places they were on, they didn't understand the concept of covered females. It was a bit, you know, so we didn't feel like we're comfortable. So my brother was like, why don't you open a Pilates studio? I was like, yeah, why don't I open a Pilates studio? Why don't I open a Pilates studio? And then, yes, this is what I'm looking for, and this is what I'm, this is what I want to do, you know. So after reading the book, you know, it guided me, and then, you know, I went, I resigned without a notice. My boss got really angry, and he was convincing me to come back, and I was like, I'm not coming back, I'm sorry. And I didn't even plan anything. I didn't plan the business, nothing. I just said, I'm leaving.
Well, so, you know, it gives you not an option to fail, I guess. Maybe we shouldn't recommend that people leave without having a plan, but, you know, it gives
exactly.
you know, it's a way of, you know, you're forced to succeed in what you're doing.
But we find quite often that businesses actually start this way. Somebody has a pet peeve or a need for something in the market, and there's just not enough of the supply. And maybe a family member says, hey, why don't you take the time to do it? And you actually were already looking, it was already part of your lifestyle. And now
and I was for many years, like, I was not happy in my job, and I wanted to leave, but, you know, you need to have also the courage to leave.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people, you know, what stops them is the fear, and you need to take risk. If you don't take risk, then, you know, you won't move, you won't do any, you know.
Yeah, you will not get
anywhere. You will not get anywhere. So
it's also risky to not take risk, because imagine most of your lifestyle doing something you don't really love or you're not really great at. You just sort of happen to get a paycheck every month, and you just happen to make some money and then get home 9 to 5 through traffic, and it's not really a happy life. Whereas if you had taken a bit of risk, it's less risk in the future, because once you've done that, once you've taken the massive action to create your business, then you're more satisfied. Are you satisfied with your business today?
I would never choose anything else. I'm really happy. This is what I think about 24/7. This is what keeps me going. So yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Well, Asma has been actually in the news quite a bit. She's got a lot of coverage as well. There is something that I read in one of the articles that you had said, and it really strikes a chord in the way we run our business. And you know, the question of the fact that there's a lot of obesity in this country, and lots of countries actually are facing overweight, obesity, bad eating habits, busy work schedules. And in your article, you had said something along the lines of, you know, you do this because you want to help your community.
Yes.
So it wasn't just, I've made a business to make money. That's the money happens to be a byproduct.
Exactly.
You doing something you love. So how are you contributing to the overall business community as well?
We're tapping into the local market with as you know, exercise is not really in our culture. So we're trying to have lectures, especially for older women, older local women, and translate all the information into Arabic. So, which has never even been done. I think the information about Pilates to be translated in Arabic. So by creating awareness and educating them, and getting also the members of the family to come, and it's basically word of mouth. So if my sister-in-law will come, she will tell her friend, and she has a sciatica. So it's becoming like a word of mouth especially in the women's local community. It's a long way to go, I have to say. It's not something that can be done overnight, because we need to change, the mentality of the people. We need to they need to change so many things, not just exercise, even the way they cook, the way they eat. So part of our plans and expansions for next year to expand and have a dietitian and work hand in hand and introduce other forms of exercises.
That's fantastic.
So you were giving the prestigious award of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid in 2011.
Yes.
How did that come about? Same thing, word of mouth, people recommending you, or?
Yes. Well, with the award, I'm a member of Sheikh Mohammed Foundation for Young Business Leaders, and all the members they invite them to apply for this award. So. You write an essay, there is a lot of procedures to go through. They were very inspired by my essay, the one that I wrote, by the story, and I've been picked. I've been picked in the healthcare, the best business in healthcare, with another doctor. And I was like, I'm privileged because she's a doctor, and so we won.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's I think. It's a prestigious award, being also noticed by your country. I don't think other countries, rarely you will see other countries doing this. So it makes me proud. And every time I look at the picture, I was like,
it's a good
yes,
moment.
Yes,
yes. I think that shows that you being obviously your essay and your application, but also I think your passion is coming through and. Trying to change things here, which is benefit for the country as well as something.
Yes.
I think the leaders here are in the UAE are acknowledging, and they want the young people to be more like
to
you.
contribute.
Exactly.
And one of the questions that I asked myself when I wanted to open a business. So, what change you gonna make? Initially, I wanted to open a nail bar, which has nothing to do with my personality. I'm not into fashion. Well, I do.
Little bit.
Yeah,
of course, we're girls.
We're girls. But
I have no idea what this is about at this point.
So, but then I asked myself, so I'm going to open a nail bar, so what am I going to contribute? So I was asking myself this question continuously. I call it the self-discovery period. I want to open a business, but I want to contribute in a positive impact to the society. Obviously, it's a business. You want to make money, but you need to be also, as they say, a good citizen, where you have your positive mark.
Well, speaking of good citizens and great citizens, you've actually now been nominated once again but you're just a group of handful of women. I think there's 20 that are nominated now for the what is it called? The Emirates Woman of the Year Award, which is huge. And so you're amongst a couple of people that we actually know, and we've voted for Asma. Vote for Asma.
Thank you.
Definitely vote for Asma. So, but I mean, this is such an awesome thing for you to actually now not only be an entrepreneur, be a successful entrepreneur. You've won awards before, but now you're positively affecting the women's business community as well. Yes. So how do you feel about that award or the nomination for the award?
I'm also happy. It's really nice that your hard work has been acknowledged, and again, the most important thing is the awards are nice, but again, the most important thing, you have to still contribute, and
just keep working.
It's a responsibility also, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, you know, you're definitely a great inspiration both for SMEs and for female, you know, entrepreneurs getting started. Do you have any advice you want to give?
My advice is don't let the fear hold you. You know, I think fear is what stops us. Yeah. So you need to take risk, and what if you fail? I mean, this is the way you will learn. If you fail, it's fine, you know, you can start all over again. So don't postpone it, don't say tomorrow. If you have a good idea, just go ahead and research it. I'm not, as you said, telling people to go and quit their jobs, but because I was in the process of anyway, you know, wanting to quit my job. And again, you know, I love Salat. It's just, I gained massive experience from it, but you know, normal, you're stuck in a rut in an office, and you know, it's just it's not from 9 to 6, it's from 7 to 3. So but anyway, research. Do your homework, make sure it's a feasible thing. Also, by the end of the day, it's a business, because you won't get a paycheck, you have to make money out of this. So do your homework, but eliminate fear. This is
That's very sound advice from Asma Lootah. Now, just last thing, how can we find your studio? Where are you? What's your website?
We're in Dubai Healthcare City in District 1, Al-Razi Building, number 64. The website is www.the100.ae, and the phone number is 04-4298-432.
Awesome. Thank you so much for
coming,
and we'll make sure to vote for you.
Thank you.
Everybody, if you're watching this, please vote on the link below so that Asma could possibly be the winner of this year's Woman of the Year Award. So Emirates Woman of the Year Award.
So I think next segment is in order, which is the Lint moment.
Wonderful. We'll see you guys in the next segment. Hi, and welcome to our SMEBiz Lint moment. Now, the thing is that we had an amazing case study with Asma Hilal Lootah earlier, as you saw in the episode. So we don't really have something to rate per se, but we just want to quickly have a conversation about the concept of Pilates, healthcare, and perhaps how we can tie it into business. Because obviously a lot of us are working very hard. We normally don't take the time out to exercise. And when I say we, lots of us that are out there that are entrepreneurs and SMEs. So, but you've done yoga, you haven't done Pilates,
no,
right?
I have never tried Pilates. I've done yoga, and yoga is something like I find is really an amazing experience. Like I said earlier as well, is that it gives you peace of mind with the with the breathing and also strength. But when I heard what actually Pilates is doing, and especially the equipment and what they have in Asma Studio, I'm very inclined to try it, because our shoulders go up and we're stressed, and you're working and you tend to sit on a computer all day. I think it's good to get those inner core stand up straight, and do that. So I think definitely it's worth doing, and I'm going to be calling to make an appointment to go for a group session first, or actually I think I need to do an introduction session. And then, let's just take it from there, I think.
That's really cool. Now, a lot of you are from different countries, so don't forget, look up Pilates studios that are in and around your area. Whatever you do, do exercise, because quite often, as business entrepreneurs, SMEs aren't exercising enough. We tend to eat bad. Our schedules are all over the map because we're trying to create meetings and so on. So don't forget, get yourself out there, start exercising. There's all sorts of methods of getting healthy. And remember, for those of you that are in the UAE, that Asma Hilal Lootah, she's the managing director of the 100 Pilates studio in Healthcare City. All the details are on the show anyway.
And I think that doing Pilates or doing other exercise is preventative for you actually getting sick, which you really cannot afford being an SME. So I think as a preventative, exercising Pilates.
Let's cheers our chocolates today. I'd like to cheers. And also with Lindt, don't forget that dark chocolate is quite healthy if you're looking at the 70% dark chocolate or higher. So if you're going to talk about healthy eating and so on, don't just think that we're crazy because we love Lindt so much. It's a chocolate. It doesn't have to be unhealthy.
Antioxidants.
There's antioxidants in these. 70%, you can actually get 70, 85% through the Lindt Excellence chocolates as well. So anyway, there's a commercial for Lindt, but we're just about out of time. So
I think we'll see you next time.
Thanks for seeing us. Bye for now.
Bye.